Fuck the police, fire to the patriarchy, burn Sydney down. That's it. Yeah, just wanted to say thanks again to everyone who organised this. I wanted to talk quickly as well about where the money from the entry cost is going. Sorry. Yeah, so as everyone knows, there's a bucket out the front that's going towards the community fund that a group called Anti-Colonial Asian Alliance have organised for a Gamilaroi family, actually not maybe 10 minutes from here. This family has seen quite a few deaths in recent life, in recent history. They've lost nephews to violence from the screws in the prison. They've lost nephews from violence from the pigs on the street. They've lost other family members just because they were born black and poor. They lose people all the time because that's the reality of living in so-called Australia, the active colony. So we organise for settlers to pay the rent because we can never forget whose land that we're gathering on. And we can never forget that we owe something for being here. If you're someone who occupies these lands, then we have to be accountable to the black people who still resist to this day to survive in Australia. So thanks to everyone for paying the door costs, but I'm just gonna say, if you got more, if you can give more, I strongly urge you to. And if you can't give more, we strongly urge you to get out and pay the rent in other ways. Not just in money, through your actions, through your words, through every day when you're relating to First Nations people on these lands. There's not a single day that goes by that isn't unbearable for black people on this continent. So we need to start working towards making it unbearable every single fucking day for those who protect the colony and for those in positions of power. And this is how it started. So cheers. This one's an ode to seeing Sydney, to seeing the settler colony, to seeing Australia burnt down to the ground one day so that we can start again. Yeah, 1 sec, cheers. We've just been a bit cursed. Yeah, while we're here, I guess, we want to chat about a few other things as well, not just like the initiative that AAA is working on. We also wanted to talk about, we had a gathering about a month ago in Kurnell, which as some people know is the spot that Gronk Captain Cook rocked up to almost 250 years ago, before the invasion formally began to scope shit out. Now we've been fed this lie. A lot of us are peaceful settlement here, you know? A few people died by accident, by oh well, they didn't mean it. But we have it here as a fact that the Guigal people met Captain Cook and his boys on the shore. They came with their spears raised and their shields up, because they'd never seen men like this before. Captain Cook and his boys, without getting out of the boat, fired shots. The shield that a Guigal man was carrying is still in a museum in London today. And if that isn't testament to the fact that from the first fucking moment, Australia has been born out of violence, and that Australia sustains itself from violence, then I don't know what is. We're going to be gathering next year, 2020. Was it April 29? Yeah, April 29, to remember that incident at Kurnell. We had a practice run this year, got a few people out to have some yarns, but we got to remember, it's almost 250 years since Captain Cook and those Gronks fired those shots. That means it's almost 250 years that First Nations people have been fighting to make sure that capitalism, to make sure that these systems of exploitation never firmly plant their roots into the ground here. And so if we want to make a change to anything, if it's the police force, if it's, cunts killing rivers because they can't stop extracting water out of them, not caring about the communities that are going to die. If we care about having somewhere to live without having to pay out your fucking ass without dying. If we care about living properly on these lands, then we need to get around these struggles, all of us. Because this fight encompasses all of us, affects all of us. And at the end of the day, everyone is required to be part of it in one way or another. So please, keep coming every year. Let's keep momentum going. We're going to be meeting the people celebrating colonisation on those very shores, like those Guigal people did 250 years ago. And we're going to be showing them that no one, not even mob, not even their friends, not anyone here is going to tolerate this system any longer. And we're working to burn it down.
So we're just having a couple tech difficulties, but it's alright. This next song basically entails what we do as a band, the very spirit of resistance itself, because every day living in the colony as Indigenous people, our existence is our resistance. Every single fucking day, it's, you know, like, you just don't know what's going to happen. Like, it's happened, so much shit has happened in my family, whether we're talking violence within the family, violence from the state, violence from fucking pigs in uniform and a badge who think they can boss any black fella around. And people have died from this shit countlessly in the past, people are continuing to die. And that's why we need to come together and just simply say we're not going to fucking take it anymore and need to actually do something. And it's more than just putting ACAB in your fucking Instagram bio. This needs to be fucking, when you're out every single fucking day, if you see someone getting hassled by the cops and you're in a position to say fucking stop, then stop. And then don't hit me with the, oh, but they can arrest me, they can fucking arrest all of us. People I know have been arrested and they fucking died in police custody. So explain that one to me. This next song, it's called Warpath Never Ended. And like I said, it entails the spirit of resistance, and it's the fact that we fight as one, as a united group, so that our children or our grandchildren won't have to fight anymore. They won't have to fight against oppression, whether it's because they're Indigenous, whether it's because they're queer, whether it's because they're trans, whether it's because they're people of colour that aren't Indigenous. But everyone suffers every single day, just at differing degrees, and it just depends on how aware you are of that, because it definitely happens to fucking all of us. This fight never ended, this warpath never ended from 250 years ago.
a couple there.
From the concrete, from the street, and you will blossom me. From the concrete, from the street, and you will blossom me. Thread unbroken. This is a line that's constant. This is a thread unbroken. This is a line that's constant.
We got time for one more? Oh, thanks. Yeah, this is the last one. We've dubbed it Canterbury Kebabs. But basically, it's an old song. It's a cover, and it's one that's very dear to us, very dear to me. So I would like to dedicate this to my good, close, sincere friends in the New South Wales Police Department. No, I'm serious. A lot of people question why people say all cops are bastards, and they'll say, oh, you know, not every person in the police force is a bad person. Or, my uncle's a cop, yeah, he's a fucking bastard too. There are good people who are cops, but the minute they put on that fucking uniform, their job is to maintain oppression, to uphold unjust laws, to persecute blackfellas, queer people, trans folk, non-Indigenous people of colour, and the fucking end of it, anyone who hasn't got cash. So this one goes out to them. Like I said, if your uncle's a cop, if your dad's a cop, if your brother's a cop, if your partner's a cop, fuck them too. This one's got
The fight doesn't end when the rallies do. Every single minute of every single fucking day, we've got to be working towards the end goal. We've got to be working towards ripping this system down, fucking root, branch, trunk, all of it. Alright? So get out there. Get there, listen to some elders, go to the rallies, go to the meetings, alright? Lend some fucking time. Because we got a lot to pay back just for being here. And we got a lot in the post for the cunts that have been maintaining this system from day dot. So let's give it to them. Thank you, we're Dispossessed.